Can we actually even get real numbers? I mean, I think the only way we could actually get real numbers would be have to go back through the DMV, FMCSA, and start, pulling who got their licenses in that period of time, and then trying to check their status.
Well, they opt right now to see who's got these non-domicile CDLs and who is driving on a green card and who's over here driving as economic asylum, false asylum claim. They're doing that right now. How long that'll take?
Well, I don't know. They better hurry up, bro. We need this trucking market to get better. Well, I think the bigger reason is because the people that come here illegally, at least recently, so a person's here, even if they're legal, illegal, if they work hard, they actually buy a semi truck. By that time, I think they're gonna know what they need per mile or whatever. I think it's just the people that are getting paid 20-30 cents under market value, and that lets that company underbid us 10-20 cents, and they're still up 10-20 cents. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's really messing up the rates. But like I said, a lot of these guys just come here, they make a bunch of to them it's a bunch of money because they live in a truck or don't have apartment or house or anything. Then they'll just send their money home, and then once they're done working, they'll just go back home and just forget about it. So I mean, either way, it's just driving our market's down.
I mean, especially I live in Columbus area, so right, in Columbus area, I see a lot of Somalian brothers, over there that work hard. I see them. I'm no, I'm not Somalian. I'm from Nepal, which is my country is a landlocked country between India and China. So you know where Mount Everest are?
Yeah, that's where Nepal's where the Buddhists and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, Buddhist, Hindu, all.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a really nice country, right? Like you said, with the mountains and all that kind of stuff.
There's a guy in your comments saying that there was only 3 million Class A CDLs or something, and if you have an H-1B1 visa, you can't get your CDL. Let me tell you, these guys are over here on H-1B1s driving.
Well, but they passed that law now that they can't do it no more. But yeah, a lot of them got to be beforehand for sure. I'm not disagreeing with you. And then on Snowman 24, you in here?
Yeah, what's up, Bobby? I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
I don't know why we're turning a blind eye. I was listening to that guy right now. We know how they got here, bro. They came under the blind, asked for asylum, but they found the loophole.
Oh yeah, I see that all the time, dude.
And I'm from Nogales. I know a bunch of truck guys come here in Nogales. We come to the produce season here, and ever since they started coming, dude, they dropped the rates so bad here, bro. It's not even profitable anymore.
Bro, it's
they stopped that flying grail, bro.
I noticed it way too late than I should have, I promise you. But then once I started talking to this Roger guy that's on here, he started kind of filling me in. I started doing my own research. Bro, it's absolutely crazy, bro, because like I said, they'll bring these people in from their country and they'll just take advantage of them, make them work for fucking cheap, and then
bro, there's 3 of them in one truck. Well, you're not gonna tell me they're gonna pay off $100,000 loan, dude, in a year. Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to start to sound like a fucking racist, but it's just what's happening.
Well, it's not even about racist, bro, anymore. At this point, it's just facts.
Yeah, no, but you know what, dude? I've been doing this my whole life. This is I got my license at 18. I'm 37, dude. So I've been around, and I've noticed. I've been an owner operator for 12 years now, and it's not getting better, dude. It's getting fucking worse. And all of a sudden, these people started coming here, dude, and the rates are low. Fucking everything's fucking low, dude. It's not profitable anymore. I see it here in Nogales all the time, dude. I'm making line to check in, dude, and it's 5 of these motherfuckers and a knee. I'm like, what's happening, bro? And I want people to make money too, but you've just gotta do it come on, smart, dude.
Because it's hard to live a pandemic.
They're charging, bro.
Tricked us, bro. Because they pumped all that money into the economy. Everybody started buying shit. Trucking started taking off, and then we're kind of blinded by the good times. And then by the time this shit wore off and it went down, then we got hit with that border crisis, right? And then by the time everybody figured everything out, what's going on, kind of a day late, dollar short, and now we're catching up to fix it. But I don't know how long it's gonna take to fix it,
And bro, most of these guys didn't even know they were gonna be truck drivers till they got here, man. That's what I'm saying too, bro. That what happened in California, dude. I go through that pass all the time, dude, and I'm like, oh god, dude, it's that guy was literally did not know what he was doing, dude. He was fucking jacking off in the fucking truck, dude, and he fucking caused an accident. But the problem is, I'm an immigrant too, dude. I'm brown, and that makes us look like fucking idiots, dude. This is
right.
You're just contributing to the fucking problem, bro. Then it pisses me off, dude. That's what, and we're a trucking community, dude. But it's always you guys, and it fucking pisses me off.
I mean, you can't, you know, blame, you can't like
Stop.
argue facts. Oh shit, hold on, your phone's kind of going off a little bit.
Oh, but it's what's happening. You know?
All right, buddy, no problem. I think we lost you. Or just Rustemi, you on here, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on, Diddy?
Thank you for having me, man.
No problem, man. What's going on?
Not much. I just been hearing the conversations here, and I think that if FMCSA wants to solve this issue, I don't think it's a big deal for them to solve this, and it can be done much quicker. Like they just have to check their records, you know, for whatever who applied with a green card. There is a green card holder or visa, and they need to test everybody for the last 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah, but I think they're actually started. The thing is, I think they're actually starting to do something about it. You know, like I said, I'm just worried. I'm worried about this lawsuit. I want to see what happens with this lawsuit, because if they go to court and some Trump-hating judge again says no, they could keep their licenses until blah 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 whatever. I just hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, like, you got to understand, dude. Like, I don't know what the actual number is, but according to a lot of people, it's like over 20 million people across that border. You know what I mean? So it's like I see they are doing stuff with these licenses. They are, you know, putting that shit up at the states. They are sending people letters that they got a certain amount of time to go prove that they're allowed to have that license. So something, we're going the right way, but it's just not something that's gonna, you know, get fixed in like a short period of time, in my opinion. You know,
Eventually, it will get fixed, but
well, yeah, eventually, but we got to stay in business until it does get fixed.
Yep.
You know, so
but we will.
hope so, dude. Hope so, dude. I can't afford any more heart attacks, dude. Can't afford it.
I don't think it's the overflow only. It's also the economy. Like, it's not doing good. Pretty much, there is no production. I'm out of Detroit, and we have the auto industry here. It's nothing is dead. Like, there is no production. The lots are full of new cars, no sales, no nothing. So pretty much, we're just waiting for them to find a new solution to see what's
all about, like, the car, like, for example, the car market just bottomed out, right? Like right now the car market bottomed out. Like it's got nowhere to go but up. So they're not going to be selling cars for a little bit. You got like F-150s, they're giving them away right now to bad credit, no credit, repos, whatever, best, you know, finance rate. They're giving people right now just to move them. And then, you know, like right now, once the interest rates start dropping, you know, then people are gonna start buying cars again. Like in my opinion, like again, I'm not a financial expert or anything like that, but I think we're at the bottom, bro. We're already at the bottom. We bottomed out. So I think the only place we got to go up right now is up, but it's just gonna take a little bit of time. You know, interest rates have to go down, economy has to pick up a little bit, people gotta start buying shit again.